fiber, and well, let's say it has the best advantages. I see women these days.
I use a lot of braids. I'm always braiding.
Women love hair, and like women need it. Hair can never run out. But you see, my problem was, is that no one knew that actually anyone could make hair from fibers, and no one ever knew that because women were stuck with plastics.
Yeah.
And I hear plastics have disadvantages on women's skulls, right?
Yeah,
so we decided that why don't we go for something natural? So that's where we found out that we can actually make hair from fiber. And later on, I'll tell you one of its characteristics.
Right. And welcome to Percy. What motivated you? What inspired you? And what is different from the Chambogo products to the rest of the market?
Thank you so much. As Marvin is saying, that really there is no reason why we shouldn't explore our environment. Our inspiration was basically the problem, the challenge that we are having at the fashion industry, whereby the waste from fashion industries is all over and is blocking all our drainages. So our niche is about recycling and adding value to locally available materials such that we can also support or suppress importing of those other things from outside. So the niche, we are recycling waste, bovera, we make a tablecloths out of them, thread from industries. We can make doormats and rugs and carpets. Then again, waste thread from industries. This is waste from t-shirts, industries that make t-shirts. We pick them up and then we make wall hanging. This is a wall hanging and it has some messages that is giving, especially in our culture as people of Uganda. Thank you so much.
I think to add on what Percy has just said, we hope that we can be recognized, followed by meaningful support. Meaningful support, I mean by tax relief, so that we are able to import with a bit of tax relief and of course other meaningful support to support the industry. Winnie, tell us about how you do this leather. I see you have beautiful stuff. How do you come up with that?
Thank you very much. We start all the way from the farm, how the farmers treat the animals, how they feed them, which water they take, the comfort they get. So basically, if they're beating up the animals, they have scratches, they have scars, it really affects us in the leather industry, because if you're having animals with damages, it will be more costly for us because you're wasting a lot of materials, a lot of chemicals doing your products and making leather. So basically we come from scratch, from hides and skins, we process them to make leather to a value added to the shoes that you're seeing in front of me. That's what we do.
That is fantastic. Thank you very much. And Winnie, I can see you shining. I'm sure that is your product. Tell us about shea butter, how you do it, how your journey has been so far.
Smallholder farmers that grow the shea nuts, and we help them in sensitizing them on how best they can do their farming, how best they can improve their families through the money that they get from us when we buy the shea nuts. So besides us just making the products, we also do sensitization and educating of these women in those areas, because we do not just buy from them the shea nuts, but we also help them in a way in that they are able to educate their children, they're able to take care of their homes and all those other things that come along there. Yes, so that is basically our journey, and we are looking forward to get more opportunities. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now, coming back to Percy, could you tell us what makes your product from Chambogo Vocational Studies different from the rest of the market? What makes you special? What makes you come out?
Thanks so much, moderator. Given the core value of Chambogo University, ensuring high quality of output and service delivery, products from Chambogo University are well selected, researched, and then tasted for the good health of the people who use them. On top of that, they are durable. When you consider bags that we normally get, I'm not going to mention any countries, and with that bag and the laptop bag that is there in front there, these bags are durable and they can last for long. And you find that when we are manufacturing our products, we take care of the environment. We don't throw away waste, we recycle our waste and make some good and beautiful things that can be put in our houses for beauty, that can be laid on our tables. You know, you get something which is beautiful out of that waste. We don't waste.
Right. Coming back to you, Georgina, you attracted me with your beauty. I just want to find out, a person that has come to this exhibition, why would they come to your tent? Why would they come to your site?
Thank you so much. So just like I had said, when we do not just produce the product shea butter, but we also do women empowerment and do all those other things alongside that. So when you're purchasing a product from us, you're not only just going to have a good skin or good hair, but you're also helping a woman in the northern parts of Uganda. You're helping her take her children to school, you're helping her get something for her family. So basically, what would help you, or what would give you the urge to come to my store where we are is that you're not just, first of all, the product itself is a very good product, because our shea nuts go through grading. We grade them from grade A, and we make sure that what we use for the skin care is grade A, which is the best shea butter. And mind you, Uganda has the best shea butter, the northern part of Uganda, which is called the Nilotica. It's very good for our skins. So, but you don't just get the good skin, but you're also helping someone else there. So that is basically why you should all come and visit my store.
And I think, to add on what you just said, I think, like people say black is beautiful, we are nearest to natural products. We are naturally beautiful, and with the support of our products, I think we can even improve and even do better, add on the economy. I don't see why a Ugandan should travel to Nairobi for a holiday and come back with shea butter, when we in the north, we produce the best. As a matter of fact, why would we see a lot of English people, they come here, they take loads of that. So why wouldn't Ugandans support our products? Yeah. I just feel like Ugandans, we have to stop the mentality of thinking that, oh, we are not authentic. We are authentic and we are naturally beautiful, and we have the best materials, the best products to produce beautiful things for our country and to build the economy at large. So, Winnie, I can see you have got men's shoes for builders even. How do you do that?
The shoe that you're seeing in front of me that you have called a men's builder shoe, it's called a safety boot. The reason as why we call it a safety boot, it has a steel cap on the toes, in that when you knock anything that is to do with stones, metals, it will still protect your toes from getting hurt. And it's long lasting. The rubbers are locally made, the soles. Everything that you're seeing there, it is locally made by Ugandans, by women, by youths, by children, and each and every person that we teach in our sector.
So basically when you say a Ugandan coming to your stall, buying that product, he or she is giving back to boy child. He or she is giving back to the women, youth, and so forth. Thank you very much. Now, coming back to Marvin, I can see, let me have a look, because I do a lot of braids. I keep doing braids every week, I think. So how did you come up with this, and where are you located? Because I'm sure people watching us, the public watching us, everybody is going to try and come to your store. What should they expect? How is your price compared to the rest of the market, being that it's made here?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, well, this is something that you have never seen, like hair from fiber. Can you imagine? Eh? Now, can I just give them a small introduction?
Yeah.
Yes. So I hope you can see the cover. It's lovely, it's very lovely. Now let me show you the hair. You have to fear Ugandans. After God, you fear Ugandans, because this is just wonderful. Whoever knew
After
that
God, you fear
fiber could make such hair? Now you see, this is natural hair, first of all. This is not the hair you see, it's made out of plastic. No, 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 no. This is 100% natural. And one of its advantages that I think women love, it's that it's not itchy. You know, I would come home and I would find my mom hitting her head so hard, like after from the salon, right? And I'd be like, why is this woman doing that? Trust me, this has been tested. It has been tested on this wonderful lady you see here. It's a very nice packaging. It has been tested. It does not inch, and it is so comfy. It is so light. You try and hold it.
It is very light,
It's
actually.
very light,
And you
and
can
it
just
actually comes in a variety of
put
colors.
your hand through it.
Yeah, there is red and there is black, and if you want, we can customize for you. Now, the good things about this product is that, well, it is, first of all, biodegradable. Like, as soon as women are done using this, they can simply return it to us or dispose of it in the right place, and we'll take it back and use it to make something else, something like a carpet, because fiber can be used for so many things. Hence, reducing on the pollution you see in the environment. That's a big change. Hopefully, it will give us that clean environment we need. And second of all, it's something that women like. Honestly, if I tell you there is hair that does not inch, that doesn't smell, this is a big deal, guys. After that, if you want to find us, honestly, we're small. We started like on 2nd of August, so we're really trying. It's something that's new, but although we're in production, and you can find us on Ismail Saloon in Chireka. It's next to Stanbic Bank, and the phone number. Is it okay if I give that?
That is for later. I'm sure you have your business cards right there.
Yeah.
Please distribute them. There are so many people here. Another thing about this expo is it exposes your product to the public, to the Ugandans. I'm sure many Ugandans didn't know that we do hair products, which is amazing. Coming to Pasi, what are your challenges, the biggest challenges you face from your innovation?
The biggest challenge that we face is the technology. Yes, these ones we try to use our hands, but when we get technology, when we get machines and the rest of the technology, we can really improve and be able to put our products on market and be able to make Uganda something beautiful to live in, because we shall have no waste at all. And the second is, of course, financial support. If we are supported financially, and maybe by the industries or by the government, we can really produce as many as possible, and we can build Uganda and buy Uganda.
That is so amazing. And Georgia, what is your challenge that you face coming up with such a product?
The biggest challenge as Pelero Group is, firstly, comes from where we get the shea nuts from. The shea tree is a tree that takes very long to bear fruit. It takes 50 years plus to bear fruit. But now, people do not know how valuable shea butter is and the shea nuts, so people end up cutting these trees for charcoal. So that has been our biggest challenge, because therein we get inadequate supply of the shea nuts, and we can't avail as much shea butter as we would want to on the market. So our biggest challenge for now is really people that cut down the shea trees for charcoal, because when you cut it down, it is gone. It is gone. But yes, but also what we are trying to do with that is really to continue sensitizing people about how valuable these trees are, because once they get to know how valuable they are, someone can know that I can actually accumulate money from here for a very long time, other than me just cutting it down and I'm done with, like, that's the end of me getting money out of it. Yes, so that's our biggest challenge. Then also, maybe one other challenge is the very long process when it comes to certification of the products. There's a lot of restrictions here and there, and it delays, of course. Yes, we've been able to certify some of our products, about 4 of our products, but we haven't yet certified others because of that very long process there. Yes, thank you so much.
Delays.
Yeah.
One thing the public needs to know is, with beauty and apparel, it fits in with every pocket, because we do make the papyrus mats for the poor to sleep on, don't we? We do that. Anybody can afford the papyrus mat to sleep on. We do produce for the rich, the mazongotos. We do the best furniture through wood. We do the best leather seats, leather chairs. So there is a budget for everybody. When you visit our stall, there's plenty to look at, there's plenty to buy. Please come and support us. Please come and support the Science and Innovation event. And also try and create time to visit these centers. There are so many centers in the world. In Uganda, we have one in Ruzira that does leather products. We have another one in Mukono. We have the women group in Masaka. I argue the world or Ugandans, please let us start with our own products before we travel and ending up coming up with the same products that we make here. So, Winnie, what would be your final remarks to the world? What would you argue the world to hear? What do you want them to know? And how can the government support the centers?
Thank you very much. What I can argue the country to come upon is to come and support us, bring their children, since it's during lockdown and so many children are idle. They can keep their minds busy, their hands busy. Everything that we do here is hands-on. And what I would like the government to support us with is their financial support, and also the technology, the machines, and also to sensitize people, and coming up with a sector, a facility where the trainees can train the trainees, and also that trainees can teach students and so that we can be employed as Ugandans, and we make a variety of leather products and supply them in Uganda, not only in Uganda but worldwide, when everything is coming from Uganda. Thank you.
Right. Through my initiative, I do support these people. I do support the Uganda Women to Women initiatives. I do support them by training so that the products, we come up with quality products that can go to the European market. And I've seen that we are second from the Kenyans, because I do visit Kenyans as well as here. But I've managed to train a lot of youth, a lot of women, and we do produce nice products made out of that sisal, nice products made out of palm leaves, nice products made out of so many different things. And personally, I would argue the government, not only, I wouldn't even mind about financial support, but it's more about training people. Mentorship is very important. Mentorship is very important. There's no point training someone, like, for example, the girl child. We have so many centers, but after training, where do they end up? They have to end up they have to end up for internship. They have to end up in government or private sector companies so that they can train. However little they get, I think that is more important than issuing them with envelopes to go and start a life. Because most of these youth, they've left the street, or some of them are living with single parents. So even if you train a child, give them an envelope after 6 months with a certificate, she's going home to find a mother who has not paid rent for 6 months. So this child is not going to use that financial envelope to buy a sewing machine. Instead, they will what? They will pay for the rent, so they continue to live. I would recommend mentorship and a lot of training. These children are out there. I have been to factories where so many boys are there trying to come up with beautiful art, beautiful leather. So I think we need the government to really send out people to train and mentor our children and the youth at large than the financial support, though it is also needed. Marvin, could you please give us your remarks for the day?
Well, one thing I have to say is that please support Ugandans. Ugandans are brilliant. Ugandans don't undermine us. We're trying to bring good things for you. And I would advise people to come more for these expos because, man, people have brilliant ideas.
Exactly.
We're Ugandans and you know how we are, but we're also very sharp. Please do not degrade someone's product because there is Louis Vuitton and all the things. Please, we also have good products. Like, people are very sharp. So please attend expos, and I would also like the government to really sensitize people on these things because people have brains, but they also have no information.
They lack, yes.
Yes, that's what I would like to pass on to the public and the government.
Final remarks from Chambogo University.
Yes. I'd like to really thank our government for the opportunity that have been given. And I would like to appeal to the people outside there that bring your children, your relatives, come yourself, even if you already have an employment, something you are doing, to the Center of Academic and Professional Experience. Come and have that touch, because we also have short courses whereby we can have other people to be trained, to add value on what they are doing, and also to consider recycling and keeping our environment safe. I would like to also appeal to the people, because they have been all along minimizing vocational subjects. The way to go is vocationalizing ourselves and skilling, especially the youth, the new generation of Uganda. Let us put effort in encouraging our children, our relatives, to embrace vocational subjects. That's what I can add.
I would like to welcome one of our guests that has just joined us. Could you kindly introduce yourself?
Thank you, viewers, and thanks, Beatrice. My name is Clet Wandui Masiga. I'm currently working on silk, or producing the world's most expensive fabric, or what we call the queen of fabric. And I have to say that the market for this product the demand is always more than the production. And I can tell you that beauty and apparel, if I look at everyone who has come here, right from the shoes to the top, we are talking about beauty and apparels. And when it comes to silk, we are working with global leaders, that's China and India. China produces 75% of all the silk that we have in the world. India produces 20%. Now, Uganda is really ripe for silk because China and India no longer have land where they grow the plants that feed the silkworm to produce the silk. So in Uganda here, we have set ourselves a target of 50,000 acres of land to produce silk that will feed all Ugandans, feed East African markets, and we already have demand from Marks and Spencer, Pierre Cardin in France. These are global brands. So they are here working with us, and we are producing the specifications which they want. So in terms of creating livelihood for Ugandans, we are, out of the 50,000 acres of land, we are directly creating 300,000 jobs. And these are mainly for the youth, for the women, and the elderly. So in terms of targeting the most vulnerable people, we are there, and we really want to thank the government for committing itself to fund this particular initiative. So I would really want to thank the Minister for Science and Technology and the Office of the President for having taken the trouble to ensure that this initiative succeeds. The President has it in his manifesto. We are creating 56 factories across the country in 56 districts. So each of these is going to be a hub to produce silk and its products. The demand is massive. The other thing that we are doing is to work with universities, with technical institutions, with vocational institutions, to create the necessary technical capacity to be able to leverage and to utilize the raw materials that we are going to produce to make the finished products. In terms of money, we are looking at investing a total of $200 million over a period of 5 years. $200 million will bring into the Ugandan economy $1 billion every year after 5 years. So this is a huge contribution to Ugandan economy. In terms of GDP, we would be making at least 3% to Ugandan GDP. And then this is also a kind of product that trickles down, because 80% of the money from silk goes to the rural people who work in the mulberry gardens and who work in these factories. And then the other thing is that in Uganda, where you find the land is really, really remote. So by taking silk there, you're actually causing a development of peri-urban or a city in those very rural areas. Currently, we are in 24 districts in Uganda, and these are spread in east, west, central, and north. So this is a commodity that touches everybody.
Right. Thank you so much for enlightening us. To add on what you just said, I think the government has really done a good job. I have had the opportunity to visit so many centers for the presidential initiative, and I noted that they have got plenty of machines to ease up the work, whereby we can now produce a lot of products to go out in the world market. Though we need more support, but I feel that with this sector of science and technology, we are able to achieve this as we go along. Winnie, could we have some remarks, final remarks, and what you feel the government should do to support your initiative?
Thank you very much. I am kindly thanking the Ministry of Science and Technology, Innovation, for the support for this exhibition that they have put forward for each and every Ugandan to come and expose each and everything that they do, hands-on, because most especially many things that are here, they are for hands-on. People use their hands doing them. Also, let me talk on behalf of my college. I'm under AFRISA. We don't only have leather industry, we also have dairy industry, we have beef, we have piggery, we have feeds, we have poultry. So basically, if at all you're not interested in leather, we have a variety of things that you can come and learn. And we are very good people, we are welcoming, and we make sure that the person who has studied with us gets all the knowledge they need, all the necessity they need, all the consultations they need, and we also give them the platform to make their own companies. Thank you.
Well, I would like to get your final remarks. Sorry, we're running out of time, but I would want to hear from you.
Thanks, Beatrice, once again. If the cameras can face where you are, we have a sample of the machines that we have brought. These are already in the country to process silk cocoons into the fabric. So the next steps is really production. And what the government now needs to do is to commit itself to ensuring that the target of the remaining 54 machines or factories are brought on ground. We have the raw materials already because we have already started the process. It runs in a value chain. Now, the other thing that's going to happen, I think the Ministry of Science and Technology is going to table the policy for silk development in the country, which will set the roles and responsibilities for different players across the value chain for silk production. And then, of course, the country has been producing cotton ever since. We are trying to blend the cotton and silk and see which kind of products we get. And then we want to see which kind of products are actually manufactured in Uganda and which kind of products can be manufactured elsewhere. So those are the things that we are working forward as the next steps. Otherwise, to the country, silk is one key area that's going to really make a contribution to economic transformation of the country and create the many jobs that the government has always pledged to the Ugandans.
Thank you so much, viewers, and thank you so much, UBC. I would really love to send out a message to all Ugandans. Let us try to stop the negativity. Let us try to love our country and to love our products and to support our products. The visibility is needed out there. We need to go out hugely to the world market. On a day like this, we've had this expo for 2 days, coming to 3. I should have expected a very big number coming to have a look what Ugandans can do. Let us stop to criticize a lot. but try and encourage and learn, because there's a lot out there. If you don't come to such events, you can't know that we have got beautiful things, from recyclable things. We have got the Kira motors running, we have got cosmetics, we have got beautiful household stuff made out of our own materials. Thank you so much, everybody, and looking forward to having you at our stall, Beauty and Apparel. Thank you.
That was a very, very
The program lineup on UBC.
Brought to you by Roofings, Strength of a Nation. Brought to you by introducing the all-new Roofings TMX 500C rebars with cut and bend services.